Yo, what up? We back. We are back on 4th&20sports special hour because we just feel like it. Ooh. We are covering free agency. But right now we are going to be doing our bracket as one, which is scary because
I disagree a lot.
He don't think like I think, but nobody thinks like I think.
Yeah,
because the way I think is correct and logical, like Spock up in here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did it. You didn't know I could do that, did you? You didn't know I could do it. You thought I wasn't about that life.
I had no idea. I never really thought about it. Not really a Star Trek guy.
What? You don't like Star Trek?
I didn't say that. I just
Dude.
didn't watch it.
Not often?
Not at all.
Okay, so you never saw that episode.
Right. Yeah. No, correct. All your statements would be correct on that.
You know, the funny part is, I've never watched Star Trek either. I'm not like
the movies.
That's literally what I was gonna say. I've seen these Star Trek
and like
movies
not even the real Star Trek.
Yeah,
like the rebooted for our generation.
Movies, not even the Star Trek shows.
Not even ours. The next generation.
Yeah, this one's going to be a lot different. So, you know, on a show, we get quick with it. We let you know how it is. We talk about it. Right here, we're going to just chill and do it.
We don't have time limits or sponsors in this hour. So.
Yeah, so this hour is going to be chilling.
Yeah,
like sports me does. No, just not. All right.
Nah.
So we're going to do a little bracket. This is in our 4th&20sports group bracket, which everyone can join on ESPN. It's called 4th&20 sports is the group name. That's how you get to it. And fill out a bracket. We may
why not?
See if you guys can beat us. We'll laugh at you guys when you lose. And then, we'll see. Maybe.
What? I mean, you never know. Make the bracket, man.
Yeah, there you go. Like, what, $1 million or something for a perfect bracket? You're just like,
who is it?
From ESPN or something? Or is it CBS?
What rich guy always offers, like, $1 billion or something?
I don't know.
You get the perfect bracket.
I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember his name.
He owns like a big. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Okay.
We'll figure it out.
But we're gonna help you get there.
Yeah, so
you got
your bracket out. You want to know what we're thinking and how everything goes down. That's what we're about to do right now.
And join our tournament.
Yeah,
that's right.
So join the tournament. Also, like us on Facebook if you're with us right now. Follow us on Facebook. Hit the button. Hit the share. Support. Twitter, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, everything.
All the above.
Everything, as they used to say. All right. Which bracket do you want to start with? South, East, Midwest, or West?
Why don't we start with the South? Yeah. Why don't we start with the South?
All right. That's so annoying. Why is it not North? Why is that not a thing?
Wait. So
there's four quadrants: a South, an East, a West, and a Midwest. No North Conference. Another thing that's wrong with the NCAA. First, you don't pay your players, and then you don't even represent one entire.
I never even put that. I assume I didn't even think that.
And it's always been that way. I don't think there's never been a North. Okay.
Well, the North will remember.
The North will remember. All right,
but we're starting with the South.
Starting with the South. So
Virginia is gonna win.
Well, you want to look at them, or you just want to hit a team and go boom?
Fuck that. Number one, South.
All right.
Virginia versus, I don't even care. They won.
You don't know that. They could.
I do.
They could definitely win. You're right. I already know their name.
Yeah.
They don't even say it anywhere at all.
They got a dog, though. As their
UMBC.
mascot.
University of... No, not going to try it. Virginia's going to win that game. That's pretty simple.
All right. This was a little more interesting, though.
Creighton versus Kansas State. Now, Kansas State is just a team that has been remembered as good, and they're on the downslope with some of the good teams that they've had. They saw some of the good players from years past. Creighton's been consistent, I think, like the last 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I honestly, like, Creighton is, like, in that same league as Butler for me, where you're just like, oh, they're always ranked low, but win their first game.
They'll get a good... Yeah, they win through their first game.
I would go with Creighton over Kansas State, too.
You know, Kansas State's going to be the upset there, right?
Yeah.
All right. This is our bracket, by the way, that's in our group. So this is... You can watch us and know that you're probably going to have an upper hand.
Yeah, for sure. 'Cause college basketball for me, March and whenever the Little League World Series is happening are like my least favorite times to watch ESPN or like CBS is just because none of what I want to watch is ever on because I'm watching children play sports for free. That's upsetting.
They're doing what they love, man. When you can't
No.
respect. No.
Anyway, back to the bracket.
So speaking of upset, Kentucky versus Davidson.
Oh,
Who you got here?
I got Kentucky.
You got Kentucky.
Kentucky is a very dangerous team. They always, if they just put it together, that's a team that can just string off wins in a heartbeat against anyone because they got the talent on the court. I mean, how many McDonald's All-Americans are on this team?
Are you talking about how many Americans go to McDonald's? Or you
No.
on Kentucky right now?
On right now. Give or take 3.
2.
I'm going to go with 3.
Okay. We'll go with 2.
Okay. Flip a coin on that. Or Google it. I don't care.
I'm not.
But, I don't know. I feel that the best bet is Kentucky over Davidson. And
Davidson's
wasn't that Curry's team?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not on it anymore.
He's not on it anymore, but they haven't dropped down that much since he's been gone. I mean, they're 10-2 in their last 12 games.
All right,
They've beaten really good teams. I mean, they lost to Virginia by 20, so they're not going to get by them anyways. So I mean, but it's Kentucky in the tournament. So
didn't Kentucky win the SEC? Didn't they just come off of a string of wins?
Yeah,
I've got Kentucky. They're still hot, man. They're like Hansel right now.
No, that's what I said about Davidson.
No, Kentucky.
All right, Davidson or Kentucky, weigh in, and we won't.
Someone else write it.
Davidson or Kentucky, you tell us who you got.
Just write Kentucky. Katie Beth.
Yeah, right. Here's an easy one. Arizona versus Buffalo.
Arizona.
Oh, okay. You took a.
I know. I just like.
You're not sure?
I wasn't sure if anything was going to happen with that court case.
Nah. Yo, I'm surprised how they treated that whole situation.
Dude, they fake news the hell out of that. That was awesome. Nah, that was Trump-esque. Like wow. Only in Arizona is that going to work with their enforcement. Because how Trump-esque that was. Just, we have legitimate reports here, and although it is questionable, current investigation and the FBI leaks a wiretap to a source? What are you doing, FBI? What's your password guessed?
Doesn't matter now, because they're exactly where they were meant to be, and they're a low seed, though, now. Yeah. You really think Kentucky though?
Right. Yes. Thank you.
All right, Joel. I've been rolling with you for a while. I'll believe you one more time, bro. I got you. I'm gonna go Kentucky.
We did this one right, Arizona. Cool.
Yeah, Arizona's gonna win.
Yeah.
Okay. 6 seed, 11 seed. Miami versus Loyola Chicago. This is like Lola.
What accent did you just?
That's
not a Chicago accent.
Yeah. No, does Chicago have accents?
Yo. We gotta find a video on
Go
that.
on.
But yeah.
You don't have one?
I don't have a good Chicago accent.
So what you got with Miami?
I'm going Miami because it's the U. They always seem like a dangerous team come tournament time just off of athleticism. That's just based off of everything I know about Miami is that they do stuff in the weight room all the time. But I don't know. I don't know anything about Loyola Chicago.
I mean, they've been
wrong.
Someone meant to do. They've been hot recently. Apparently, a lot of people have been buzzing about them. I don't know much about them either because there's always like 10 teams in this.
Their logo is from PowerPoint 98. Get that crap off my. It's literally 2 pieces of clip art from the base section. It's a wolf head and an L. Just take the L and move on. The U wins.
You know how hard it's for me to
fix this
the
bracket.
All right. We'll go with Miami. Calm yourself. All right, does that mean you're gonna go a right state too because Tennessee is just a T?
No, Tennessee is better than them.
No, Tennessee's gonna be scary, bro. To be honest, I mean,
yeah.
If you watch these boys in the SEC tournament, You watch those boys in the SEC tournament. The boys can shoot. Schofield, man's got some talent. Just saying. I think we both have the upset for the 7-10 seed, Nevada and Texas.
Texas has a great coach.
Shaka Smart, man.
What a name.
Yeah, I know Shaka in Gainesville, back home. It's my boy.
He's like 5 years away and like some solid wins with maybe Texas or another team from being an NBA coach. I think he could come onto the scene like a Brad Stevens if he gets the right opportunity.
Yeah.
He's really, really impressive. I mean, even just people forget, like the only time I ever heard about Texas was when Kevin Durant was there, which was a miracle and a half that he was in the first place. But I feel that Shaka's being able to consistently have this team in the tournament.
I mean, the fact you still feel it at Wichita State, like they're still doing good from some of the systems he implemented there. You know,
so I'm about it. So I go Texas.
I was going with Texas for guys. Yeah, Nevada's actually a pretty decent team right now, but it's just, I mean, a lot of the tournament for me is gut. You know, like I know what I feel, and I've seen enough of it to. Go through. Cincinnati over Georgia State. I mean, here's the other thing: you're not looking for every upset you can possibly have in round one just to hope you get lucky. That's, at that point you might as well play roulette. So,
right.
So you want to go to another region? Or you want to clear this one completely out?
Clear it up.
Cool, got it. Let's go back up. So now we got the number 2 seed versus number 10 seed.
Shaka's good. He's not that great.
Okay.
Talent's just better at Cincinnati right now. Yeah. They honestly are surprisingly athletic this year.
I have the Tennessee-Miami game. That's my no-brainer. I'd keep it Tennessee in, at least this far. I don't know what they'll do when it comes time to go to Cincinnati, but
all right, that part.
Half your bracket. That's a good way to. I would do a bracket that way. I mean, I came in here and just clicked randomly at first just to see what was going on. Called it my Just the Fielders bracket. Watch that one be the best. But I ended up with the same champion, though. I did.
So this was probably the toughest one for me, was Arizona and Kentucky. I really wanted to pick Kentucky.
Yeah.
But
there's always one person.
But I actually went with Arizona based off of, even though there's a lot of great talent in Kentucky, the best talent in college basketball is in Arizona. That's why they paid him $100,000.
Yeah, and at the same time, I feel like we're gonna get the real Kentucky too when they play against Arizona, and that's the team that they were when they started the season. To be honest, they're a lot better than that, but their flaws were right out there for the world to see. And a team like Arizona is gonna know how to poke and prod at that and take advantage. So I was gonna pick Arizona.
And if there is ever a year to prove why players should be paid in the NCAA, wouldn't it mean that Arizona wins?
Everything?
Everything. Well, I don't know.
Yeah? No. You're not ready to say that?
No, we've still got more to go.
Okay.
Virginia beats Creighton.
See, now, here's the thing.
That defense, dude.
Yeah, but they lost a very big player, man. And honestly, he's not everything. And I do think they will beat Creighton. I just want to let you know you gotta slow the roll here, because Creighton could sneak up on them, and this is the same place I think Villanova lost last season. Was in this round of 32 on a team like that was like 8 seed, underrated, but at the same time had a lot of fight. So I'm just saying, I think this game will be hard fought, and I think this would be the last win for Virginia.
All right, yeah. Okay. I'm not. I want to have something to say about that, but I was on the Virginia train from the beginning. So, all right.
Here you are. So we're going back the other way now. So now we have in the South, we have Virginia versus Arizona. We have Tennessee versus Cincinnati. That's a 1 versus a 4 and a 2 versus a 3. Exactly how the bracket should play out to this point. And here's where we get fun with it.
All right. So with the thing with Virginia and that defense is I can't name a single player on Virginia. Not even if I really tried and guessed the name.
DeAndre Hunter is the only guy I know, and he's the guy that they just...
That honestly might have been a name I came up with. That's... Okay. I feel a little bit better. But when it comes down to it, I know about Arizona, and they've just been absolutely beasting. I mean, Ayton, he's been all the money paid off. So Arizona's going to beat Virginia.
I believe Arizona's going to beat Virginia too, and it's because they're going to have great defense, but they're not going to be able to produce enough offense to keep up with what Arizona's going to be able to put up. So, yeah, it's Arizona coming here on this win. Be a W. Be a dub.
Good stuff.
Okay. Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Let me some Cincinnati. It's amazing. Love being on Cincinnati. Well, anyways, Tennessee. Let's do it again. Tennessee versus Cincinnati. Do we differ here, sir? How do you feel?
This one, I frankly didn't really care.
You don't care how it ends?
I don't.
So whatever I pick is good for you?
Yeah, because I feel whoever wins this game loses.
This is the next
one.
That's fair. You still got to get it right for the points then.
All right. Well, then if I had to pick one, I'm going to stick with a strong Tennessee.
Okay, strong Tennessee. That's good. That's where I was going. I think Tennessee's going to have their best offensive showing right here, to be honest. And it's going to get a lot of believers in it. But unfortunately, they run into Arizona. Who, once again, I think Tennessee won't have enough. And I'm going to pick Arizona. Watch. You know, the worst part is if this goes all bad and Arizona just loses to Buffalo.
See, they have the opportunity to be the 2009 Yankees by buying their way to this championship. But if the money was spent poorly, you could be every Yankee team after that until last year. Which is awful. You just have to talk about how close you were.
When they bought their talent?
In 2009, when they bought...
No, I meant last year when they basically bought...
We didn't buy any talent last year. That's homegrown.
Yeah?
That's the good stuff.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
So
out of
Giancarlo Stanton's homegrown, huh? Okay.
I mean, he's visiting.
Oh, okay. He's visiting. Okay. All right, so we did the South region. We got Arizona coming out of there. I say we go to the East. We'll fill out the top of the bracket. Now, this has been said. Villanova, one of the best teams in the country, also has the easiest route to the Final Four. So let's break it down. They are playing Radford, who...
But Radford's going to scare them.
No, they're not.
Radford's going to...
No, they're not.
Radford's a mean team to watch.
Dude.
I
got excited about what they did the other night against...
I got hyped about that. That was an awesome three-pointer. That kid just in your mouth, just right in front of that dude. Held the ball, ISO'd the whole time. Took a lot of cojones right there. Radford's going to lose. I'm just saying that Radford's definitely going to, at the end of the first half, when it's a 4-point game, they're going to be like, we're freaking Villanova. And they're like, yeah, but Radford, you saw that three? And they're going to then win the game because they're in Villanova.
So you're picking Radford?
Villanova.
Okay, Villanova's going to beat Radford.
I went with my upset early with the next one. I have Alabama beating Virginia Tech.
To me, that's actually... These 8-9 teams, to me, I don't even call them upsets. I mean, this is supposed to be your 50-50 game, and I also picked Alabama. I think Colin Sexton's good enough for one win. You can't tell me otherwise. And when he gets that team going, they're pretty exciting to watch. Pretty fun to go at.
I like West Virginia.
I like West Virginia against Murray State. Javon Carter, man, is one of the best seniors in NCAA college basketball right now.
Well, he definitely gets to look the best, also being 3 years older than everybody.
And, I mean...
He got to develop. Wow, what a shocker. He looks better than everyone else.
Smart.
Norse.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not much to say. It's Murray State. That's not the 12-5 upset. The 12-5 upset comes later. So down below, we got 4-13. Wichita State versus Marshall.
Oh, Wichita.
What?
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Have you looked at Marshall?
No.
I'm just messing with you. It's Wichita. I just wanted to
I
wanted to see if you were like, oh my God, what do I not know?
Remember, man, the goal is that we could eventually one day have a Wichita-Gonzaga matchup. I have to fill my brackets out with reason, but man. God. I would
You just really like saying the name Wichita.
Wichita-Gonzaga. It's like San Francisco.
San Francisco. No. What's fun about it's a happy place, I guess.
No,
or is that San Diego?
It's from Elf.
Are you Elf?
No. Not Buddy.
All right, so we argued on this one. Florida versus St. Bonnie.
Yeah.
Did you watch St. Bonnie play the other night?
Yeah, I
UCLA?
did. St. Bonnie, man, made
Yeah.
the former team known as the ball team really look bad. I loved it.
Yeah, that's why it's the former ball team. What up, Tess? How you doing? So what I'm thinking, this is crazy. So I feel like if UCLA had won, I would have picked them over Florida. But now St. Bonnie won, and I like what they were doing. I like the way they played. Fast pace. Jalen Adams is a great player. He's one of the best guards they have. And I feel like everything they did was based off of the fact that UCLA kept turning the ball over. And Florida doesn't turn the ball over. And Florida shoots threes better than most of the country. Florida shoots threes better than a lot of people in the SEC. So, it ended up advancing Florida here, but that made Florida go a lot further than I thought they ever had a chance. But you agree with everything I'm saying. That's why you're freaking out, right?
No.
Not you. St. Bonnie's got talent, bro. They're going to bring, it's going to be a hard-fought game. I feel like a lot of people in games will be clinching to the bars, sitting at balls, and just going, balls is a bar in games with that a lot of, sorry, I should have led with that. Well, I never really lead with balls. That's not really the way I go about it. Anyways, yeah. But yeah, so I picked Florida. NC State.
I picked St. Bonaventure a lot for just defensive tenacity. I think that you're sleeping on their perimeter defense. Their guard play is it's nothing to. I'm basing this all off of the game I watched. That's it. I just think that they really run to the ball very quickly, and Florida is definitely a different breed of competition, just athletically alone. But
dude, all 5 of Florida's starters shoot above a 36% from three.
But you know what was their contested 3-point percentage?
In this day and age, probably 33. St. Bonaventure, there's a Jalen Adams, and then there's a Mobley. I want to say Chris Mobley. Fast-paced guys. If Florida turns the ball over, Jalen Adams is in the game or Mobley's in the game, they are headed to the rack. And if Florida gets in foul trouble, then they're in trouble. Then they're looking bad because there's not enough depth on Florida's squad to take them deep if they are getting into foul trouble. And you know it because you probably watch every single game. So that's the one thing. They can't turn if they don't turn the ball over, and Florida can set up their defense. Their defense will keep them in this game for the long run.
And I'm not mad with picking Florida here either. So, for the bracket with both of us, we can go ahead and pick Florida for this one.
You just want to call it.
Just remember, I picked St. Bonaventure. I'm not.
Okay, that's fine.
And you can hate me.
It doesn't matter because whoever gets this is gone next anyways.
Yeah, I know. Texas Tech over Austin.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man.
Who's on Austin?
Stephen F. Austin plays very good defense, bro. They
Stephen, it's for real.
Yeah, their name's Stephen F. Austin. They're from Texas. They've actually been in the tournament I think 3 of the last 5 years, and they lead the nation in turnovers. They force 20 turnovers a game.
What's the F stand?
I don't know.
There's a lot of mystery to this team.
Who's F. Scott Fitzgerald? How'd you just fuck that guy? I didn't say fuck Scott Fitzgerald. Hey, you said F. Scott Fitzgerald. Nah, you definitely said fuck Scott Fitzgerald.
That was definitely a good movie.
Yeah, I love Ted too. But yeah, dude, they force turnovers. It's not like they're just getting lucky. They force turnovers and they run. This was a close upset for me. Texas Tech hasn't really been amazing in the end of their game. They're a lot like Oklahoma. 5 of their last 7 games, Texas Tech has lost. I don't think they fared well in the tournament either. But Stephen F. Austin doesn't really play a lot of people either. They have no wins versus the top 25.
So Texas Tech.
All right, that's fair. You gave me Florida, which was hard for me to pick. All right, Texas Tech. All right.
This one, Butler. Yeah,
Butler over Arkansas. Even though Arkansas is a sneaky pick, man. I believe it's Butler. They win one game basically every time they're in there. So I think it's 5 in a row.
Bulldog over the Razorbacks.
That's
whatever the war.
And then versus CSU.
Purdue.
Upset alert.
Nope. Just kidding.
Purdue it is.
Okay.
All right. That was a good bracket.
All right. Well, then
Back
Purdue
up
and
the other
Texas
way.
Tech.
Purdue and Texas Tech or Purdue and Florida?
Purdue and Texas Tech.
What makes you think Florida won't get through Texas Tech? Texas Tech.
I didn't think they'd get through St. Bonaventure.
But that's the thing. This is what I was talking to you about with my bracket. Once I get Florida out of the first round, they somehow find a way to get to the Sweet 16 at least when they go through 1 year. Like, it's amazing how many Elite Eights Florida has ended up in when their team really wasn't at its best. And I know that because I lived there.
I mean, all right. I'm still Texas Tech on this. But
I know.
Because are they beating Purdue?
No, they're not beating
Purdue.
Purdue.
Then it doesn't matter. Cause
for the points.
For the points. Okay, well then Texas Tech.
All right.
And whatever, I'll take the hit on that.
That's fine. You have to, anyways. All right, West Virginia, Wichita State.
I went West Virginia.
I went West Virginia. I think their defense is going to get them. And the way they score off their defense as well.
Yeah.
Wichita's got to win one game. Villanova, Alabama. This is where Villanova comes through. And then here we go. All right, so in the East. Cuz Villanova versus West Virginia and Texas Tech versus Purdue.
I got Purdue
over Texas Tech.
And then I'm pretty sure I got Villanova.
I'm pretty sure I got West Virginia. I think this is where that upset happens for Villanova because if not, Villanova's ending up in the end.
Interesting. Okay.
I said Purdue versus Florida too. This kid over here, but it's cool. I understand the Texas Tech pick, but I think it'll be Florida. Just like you thought, St. Bonaventure.
All right.
Okay. We picked Texas Tech.
I have no personal ties to any of these picks.
I understand. That's not even why I picked. It's West, but I do believe West Virginia over Villanova.
Villanova.
All right, all right. Okay, West Virginia. It's stats wise, you can see it, but West Virginia here. This is where that squad really sets up. So their offense upticks. Their squad this year is a lot like Michigan from last year. Like everyone was like Michigan's got 1 or 2 good rounds in them, but they just kept kind of pushing. They kept getting fat. And West Virginia kind of does the same thing. Their senior play, their transition play, and their perimeter defense all in succession. So when you get one, it automatically leads into the next one, and they're producing offense that I don't think Villanova's going to be able to keep up with. I think Villanova's offense gets exposed here because they were really high scoring in their conference, but I mean their conference isn't like the greatest.
And I guess West Virginia does have a bigger resume against
top-notch teams,
better ranked teams. They are better. They are a good defensive team. They were only giving up, what was that, 69?
Yeah, 69 points a game. Villanova gives up 70.
But
Villanova scores 87.
But exactly. So that's going to be the toughest part. But they have to score every bit of that 79, even though Villanova only gives up 70. Because if they're not averaging out and doing better than what they usually score, there's no way that they take down Villanova. I mean, they can have that strong foundation and that strong wall, but it'll break down eventually.
Okay. So,
I mean,
we're behind.
Flip on it. All right.
Yeah.
Whoever's
How
watching.
about Villanova versus West Virginia? Joel said West Virginia. Tess, what? Tell me what you believe. I'm on the West Virginia train for sure. I can, and I wouldn't be like shocked if Villanova won here. They're a really good team, in and out.
Because I do have Villanova beating Purdue.
Abdi, NCAA bracket, Villanova or West Virginia. Tell me. I know you know. I know you got the perfect bracket set up. I'll go.
I mean, technically, I guess I got the last one.
Oh, is that how that goes?
So you get this.
Let's see. So they beat Xavier twice. Villanova beat Xavier twice, who's the number 1 seed. They beat Tennessee by 9. They beat Gonzaga by 16, but I expect Gonzaga to show you who they really are. We're doing our bracket live right now.
Joel says he flipped the coin and it says West Virginia. I don't trust you, Joel.
West Virginia beat Texas Tech twice. They beat Missouri, who you have such high hopes for.
Yeah, Mizzou.
Right. West Virginia. Villanova. Do you have a coin?
You want to do a rock, paper, scissors?
I have. Yeah, let's go. Best of 3?
All right.
Best of 3, or we'll do or die? Best of 3 or do or die?
All right.
You have to answer that question.
Best of 3.
Best of 3, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Right.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right.
Yeah.
You went back to back. Rock, huh?
Yeah.
Back to back. Rock.
I knew you would go back to back scissors. Oh, that is a good one.
I told him we needed beer before we got here. That's cool. We could. Yeah.
My fault. I didn't know we were going to do an after-hours special.
That's true. I didn't either, but it's a great idea.
Yeah, honestly.
Too bad we don't get to do that often.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, once in a lifetime.
Yeah.
Trivia is back next Wednesday.
Yes, it is. We're doing the office trivia next week for all those in Tally. You want to come play some office trivia while I beer chug. It'll be dope. Also, while you're there, go ahead and like 4th&20sports on Facebook and Twitter and share it with all your friends and family. And then tune in on WBLZ when we play. Be dope. Okay. Oh, man, throw them out. We'll talk about it while we're here for sure. We just our episode just aired. It'll be up on 4th&20 in a little bit. And we actually talked all about NFL free agency there, too.
Been crazy.
It's been epic. Villanova, Purdue.
No.
Yeah, see, and that's the thing. If Nova
West
gets
Virginia,
here, I think I pick West Virginia. But
I think Purdue over Nova?
No, but I think I also went back and no, I don't.
Deion Lewis and Derrick Henry are going to play off each other. It's going to be a very good situation. It's going to be
it's a tandem back league nowadays, man. Think about Freeman and Coleman.
Hell, Murray and Henry last year.
Yeah, right. And the LeGarrette Blount and Jay Ajayi with Corey Clement, Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara. I mean, I'll talk about that one. So they're both.
Tariq Cohen,
Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry's still fantasy wise over Deion Lewis, but that's if you're going between those two people.
You never know, and depending on how they run the offense, and you know how Marcus Mariota likes to throw those like check down routes. Deion Lewis is going to be a great screen back, and he's going to be a great option threat too.
Well, I mean, we should be handcuffing him anyways. If you have one of them, you might as well go grab the other.
I mean, if you have the opportunity to get both, like
absolutely,
make a trade for a better option later.
So
stole Alvin Kamara from all you people.
Yeah, he tried to tell you. I listened.
I traded him, Alvin Kamara,
but I also picked him up. No, I didn't. I don't think I had him anywhere else. I don't remember. I don't remember. So Purdue here, they allow about 65 points a game while scoring 81 points a game.
Ooh.
They beat Tennessee. No, I'm sorry. They lost to Tennessee by 3. They beat Michigan twice. They lost to Michigan State. They beat Arizona by 25. Purdue. They lost to Ohio State. They beat Butler.
Both of these teams will beat Butler. But like I don't know, the Gonzaga and the Tennessee and the Xavier win. Those are impressive. Yeah. I don't really care about the Providence win. But they both beat Tennessee. I mean, honestly, it's a tough game, but the experience of Villanova, I just give it to the coaching. That's fair.
I'm about it.
This is a team
Villanova being there. I agree.
And this team's very rarely freshman based. It's always people with experience.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that's fair. Huge.
And I really do hope the Villanova West Virginia game happens though, just because I would love to watch that game.
It's gonna be a good
that's
game.
The ultimate test.
Virginia's got a lot of fight in it
good
this
team,
year.
man. And we're only in the top half of the bracket. The bottom half is going to be interesting as well.
Yeah, actually, the hardest bracket is coming up.
Yeah. So we got Villanova coming out of the East. We have Arizona coming out of the South. All right. So now we go down to the bottom half. 4th&20sports. Let's take a short one. Let's talk about whatever while I like and share and talk about these things going on.
Any more?
Yeah. Any more football questions while I tag some people up and.
Because it is interesting. Like, so Tyrann Matthews, a safety, coming in free, and I believe he's a free safety, more or less. Yeah. He does play in the box a lot for a free safety, but he reminds me a lot of an an aggressive Ed Reed in the beginning parts of his career, where Ed Reed tried to knock people out harder than Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
Now the thing is, Matthews just had an awful, awful run with the injuries.
With the injuries in the end.
I think he could be really good on a certain system. I think it would be hysterical if you brought him in as a nickelback in the Seattle defense. Without Richard Sherman there, I think that would be a good fire kind of leader. But if you got Tyrann Mathieu, him next to Landon Collins, he could make a huge play or difference down there in Tampa, which needs some more fire in that secondary. And who knows, you really don't need... What's that stupid guy's name? Conte.
Oh, Chris. Why?
He's so bad. As a Finns fan, do y'all think Grant...
No, I hated this signing.
Next year?
I hated this signing. He's got a lot to prove to me, unfortunately. I understand you got a receiver who... Ryan Grant from the Redskins. Kirk Cousins made him look good because that was all he really had left. Ryan Grant was getting these touchdowns. A lot of the times they were garbage time touchdowns, or they were touchdowns that any receiver who has made it to the NFL should catch because you're about that wide open.
What team is it? On the Dolphins?
Yeah. Yeah.
No idea what we're talking
about. Ryan Grant was a guy who was there after Terrell Pryor basically showed he wasn't going to be able to make anything happen. He's an early receiver, so it's kind of like the Devontae Parker, where you're just waiting for him to show up because every year. Not Ryan Grant.
Ryan Grant is an old name. I swear Ryan Grant played with the Packers a long time ago.
I'm telling you, there's a Ryan. Unless it's Jeremy Grant, but I'm pretty sure.
All right, we're gonna hit the Google on that question
because I want
before we get back to the.
I want to know that. Because then I just went off of Ryan Grant for no reason. But either way, it's.
I wish I had my. You know what? Maybe I'll just.
I wish I had my computer.
I'm at my phone. I'll Google that shit.
What position does he play, man? He's a receiver, right?
I thought you said.
Wide receiver. Yeah.
Jakeem.
He's right about Jakeem, but was he
now for Ryan Grant?
Oh, you're talking about the trade. So where did Ryan Grant go then?
Holy shit, Ryan Grant was definitely a fucking running back for the Green Bay Packers. Nailed it.
Now I want to know. There's a Grant who is a receiver for the Washington Redskins.
Yeah, you were right, Joel.
Anyways.
He's been wrong on all things, and we've been right. I got Ryan Grant on the Packers as well from a while ago.
On all things, that's a different Ryan Grant.
No, it's not.
That's a different Ryan Grant that I am talking about is what I'm saying to you.
There's no other Ryan Grant.
You think Ryan and Grant are two names that could just never be made again and again? Let's be real.
As professional football players?
Yeah.
There's only one because I'm on NFL.com roster.
Ryan Grant, wide receiver for the Washington Redskins. I'm not just making up names.
His career ended in 2012. I told you that was a while ago. Anyway, let's go back to the bracket.
Yeah. Malcolm Butler's alive and well, Joel. He's playing for the Titans now. $61 million contract. Have you not been paying attention? I can't give you anything on Jakeem Grant because I haven't really seen him. I haven't really watched him. The Dolphins season to me was unwatchable when you guys gave $10 million to Jay Cutler for 1 year. Jay Cutler is perfect criminal. The amount of money he's stolen playing quarterback is impressive.
Sam Bradford, dude. Sam
Bradford still believes in himself. Jay Cutler's like, guys, you're still doing this.
I was totally
I was going to go chill in a booth and talk about how I was doing exactly this to everybody.
Dude, but it would have been such a great Goofus and Gallant segment, just like, well, here's how you want to commentate, and it's Tony Romo predicting every play, and then here's how you probably shouldn't. So, quarterback's going to get the ball. He loves to throw that thing.
Yeah. Jeez. Yeah, best tank ever. Someone just pushed Ryan Tannehill over. It's like, well, guess the season's done. All right, we're going to go back to the bracket. Let's go back to the left side. We're going to go to the west. All right. Once again, thank y'all for chilling. It's a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoy it. We're starting with Xavier. Ooh, and I should put that on. actually. The first game is on right now. I don't remember. It's who NCC and TS is, but we about to find out. Look, remotes.
We picked Xavier for this game, though.
Yes, we did. You can do that for me while I do this.
All right. So after Xavier kicks that ass, we go to that game.
You better get your hand off that mouse because we're going to talk about this one.
Because it's Mizzou versus Florida State. Now, Mizzou has already been a good enough team to get them to this point, but they've been playing without their best basketball player. Like, this kid was a 5-star recruit coming in, had a back problem, healed up, didn't get a win in the SEC tournament, but has healed up a little bit more with some basketball experience under his feet. I think that this kid wasn't just brought on as the number 1 recruit. I'm sure he got paid good money to be there, and I think he's going to be the reason that Florida State, along with their very spotty shooting, loses that game and Missouri comes out to go to the next round. And you can agree with me, Joel. Do it. That way he has to agree.
No, I don't.
Yeah, majority rules.
So I'm going to go ahead and tell you now.
Rules.
I think you're sleeping on the defense of Florida State, number 1.
They're tall, they're not good.
You done? Because I let you talk. Didn't say nothing. Sat here, quiet, respectful, chilling. You sure? You good? No, go ahead. Go get the hee-hees out. Keys and whatnot. NT ways. I think you are sleeping on the defense of Florida State. They play very good rotation ball. Michael Porter Jr. is coming in as a top player, but he's not in the system. You know, so you're running off of raw talent versus people who have been playing a certain way for the entire regular season. I mean, they didn't do much in the SEC tournament when he came back. Did they even win the first game?
Nope.
I don't think they did. And I don't think they'll win this game. Their spot is shooting, but luckily for us, it's mostly in the first half. Once we come in the second half and Phil Kofer gets going, you come in the second half, Terrence Mann's able to penetrate. Once we've figured out what their defense has been doing, we normally get in there and we slash. Now, again, it's not going to matter because after Florida State wins this game, they're going to be taken out the very next round by Xavier. So, yeah, Florida State.
Fine.
Thanks. Cool. You happy now?
I don't really care they lose the next round.
Yeah, I know. To Xavier. See? We could have skipped that.
Alrighty. Houston. Well, no, Ohio State.
For South Dakota State. This is my upset pick.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay.
So,
no, not. And we're not putting that.
So, in case you hadn't noticed, South Dakota State is 12-1. I'm sorry, 11-1 in their last 12 games, and they shoot threes better than anybody else in the nation. Anybody else in the nation.
Still.
3 years in a row in the tournament. Same squad, ready to go. Because it's FSU. See, he wins. He's right. It's FSU. You're not going to let me put them there?
No.
All right. Well,
mark that in the book.
Ohio State was basically one of those teams that were like, oh, man, we just got in. Like, oh, we're so lucky. And then they're 5 seed.
Put something.
No. Ohio State.
Best 3-point shooting squad. I can see that.
We're putting Ohio State
there.
Gonzaga. We did that already.
Gonzaga beating Xavier, if that makes a difference.
No, we went fast. We skipped through. Okay. Houston, San Diego State. A lot of people have San Diego State on this one. I actually haven't looked into that one that much. I mean, I feel like they're kind of evenly matched in some ways. But, I mean, Houston's probably the pick.
I go Houston, yeah.
We definitely know Michigan's going to win. I also have Texas A&M beating Providence the first round. No?
I don't really like Texas A&M, but...
Okay, go on.
I mean, I guess Providence, I just always has as one of those teams that everyone sleeps on. But I could definitely see Texas A&M pulling it out. They played in a stronger SEC than they usually do, and they came out pretty strong because of it.
Yeah. 7-5 in their last 12. 73 points a game. I mean, sorry. So yeah, 75 points a game. I actually haven't watched Texas A&M that much recently, but so you have Providence in that idea on this one.
Yeah, but it's just because also it's a 7-10.
Yeah. All right. I'll Providence with you. Since they're going to lose to UNC anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got UNC versus Michigan.
Yeah.
Because Michigan's going to be... ooh. No clue what that means.
Trey Paddock.
No clue who that is. No clue who that is. Unless you're just texting somebody else who we don't know who you're talking about. All right.
Good. Xavier Gonzaga. I want Gonzaga.
I don't know, man.
The Zags, baby.
Xavier here is kind of easy. This is... I feel like if Xavier gets to this point, this is when they move on.
I mean, the D of Gonzaga and the system that they go through. I just really think that Gonzaga...
Their conference is so whack, though, bro.
I know that their conference is so whack.
Like, the amount of offense that Xavier puts on and is enough to overcome the defense of Gonzaga. Like, that's why, I mean, granted, they were in the national championship last year, but I don't think that's back-to-back. I don't think they find their way there again. Like, not back-to-back. Not back-to-back. Oh, that makes sense.
I was about to say it. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Gonzaga.
All right, Joel or anyone on there. Gonzaga or Xavier. Make your pick. Coin flip at the bar, bro. As we go ahead and decide that UNC over Michigan or Michigan over UNC.
It's another tough one.
Difficult.
I want UNC.
Yeah, I really think this team has just kind of found it recently. And Joel Berry's big time, bro. Joel Berry just changes lives. Joel Berry could overtake one of the more promising needs for
Zags. My dog, Joel.
One of the more promising players in UNC history after this, like right up there with Jordan and Carter.
I went UNC though over them.
Yeah. Oh, we got exactly too. Yeah. Gonzaga's only as good as they want to be, and we saw this last year.
Yep.
All right, so we got 3 of the final 4. We got Arizona in the South, UNC in the West, and Villanova in the East. The last one, the Midwest. Let's run through it. Everyone has Penn upsetting Kansas here, and I don't understand why.
Yeah.
Like, get that out of your head. Let it go. Kansas is going to win this game, and then we'll talk about maybe losing a round later or two. Seton Hall, NC State. Tesla said NC State's going to win it all.
I said it's Seton Hall.
I say Seton Hall's going to take this W.
Sorry.
Is this your upset? Clemson, New Mexico State?
All right, Clemson winning.
Yeah, okay. So you have no 12 beating a 5.
No.
2 years in a row.
Correct.
And that hasn't happened only 4 times since 85. That a 12 didn't beat a 5.
What was the other one?
South Dakota State versus Ohio.
Let's do that one.
Okay. That was my... okay. That's an easy check for me. But NC State? Yeah. Oh, because they're winning it all. Yeah, no, not happening. Yeah, they're out. First round. So, NC State got an at-large bid and we're super excited about it. They jumped in the pool when they found out they were going to the tournament. They didn't just go dancing. They went swimming.
Auburn
over Charleston?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. TCU versus Arizona State or Syracuse.
Oh, if it's Syracuse.
If it's right, and that game comes on at 9-10 right now, and North Central's over on Texas Southern, though. 10-7. What? Dang, crazy North Central. I'm just kidding. TCU either way, right?
If it was Syracuse, though.
But it's not the Syracuse of old.
I know.
Don't feel that way, and we can't even look at it. I mean, I'm gonna watch that game tonight somehow.
TCU.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna have to pick TCU here. Michigan State over Bucknell for real?
I mean, Bucknell's always surprising, but no, Michigan State.
I don't know, man. Every time people get hyped on Michigan State, they go out round 1.
It's truth.
Facts. This is the easy one. Number 7, Rhode Island. About number 10, Oklahoma.
just want to pick Rhode Island.
I am picking Rhode Island.
Okay,
Are you kidding me? Dude, okay, Oklahoma shouldn't even be in this tournament. Over team like...
But I feel like the tournament doesn't want Oklahoma to lose either.
Yeah, because it's Trae Young.
I feel like this is a 7 team that they know that the tournament felt confident that they could win.
I wouldn't feel confident in them beating themselves in a scrimmage. They're 2-8 in their last 10 games. The only good thing about this team is Trae Young, who's putting up 50 points a game. Not like averaging, but like he has to do that night in and night out. So you got a kid who can put up 40 at any point in time. That's half your offense.
I mean, I'm just saying that like they still have played very well against top people.
But this was all in the very beginning of their season because their conference is also not that great. Well, that's not true. That's actually pretty decent, but like
good conference.
But I mean, everything they did was in the beginning of the season, and then the end of the season, they haven't been able to put anything together. Yeah, 6-game losing streak in February.
I'd go Oklahoma.
Okay, but you got the last one, right? Isn't that how it works?
I don't think I did get the last one.
Gonzaga?
No, Joe got that.
Joel got that one.
Yeah, he cited that.
What about I picked NC State, man, to win it all.
No, you didn't.
All right. It's Rhode Island, though.
Duke.
It's Rhode Island, though. Iona, for sure. Is going to take out Duke. First round, Grayson Allen goes out.
And then Duke and Michigan State.
Duke and Michigan State, I agree. Auburn, Clemson, that's a tricky one.
It's a tough one. I almost went Clemson.
I almost went Clemson, but they also lost a pretty important piece of their team for this season. And it kind of made me believe Auburn was going to take care of this one. I forgot the kid's name. Dante Granton, yeah. Oof. That was a big guy. So did you go Auburn?
Yeah.
I'm with you. Auburn played some good basketball, man. They won 23 of the first 25, I think it was.
Not since the last time Barkley was there, it feels like.
Yeah, about that, basically. Oof.
Kansas versus Seton Hall is a tough match. Kansas
versus Seton Hall, man. I think it's Seton Hall.
I'm not opposed to that.
I mean, honestly, I haven't watched enough Kansas this year, and they seem to do pretty decent in the tournament, but this is also where they seem to go out. I mean, Devontae Graham's played pretty well. That's exactly what you expected to do, but I feel like Seton Hall's that team that always gives them an issue. If I'm wrong, I could be wrong.
I feel like Seton Hall is just a team that gives people issues.
Let's go with Kansas. I'm going to feel it out. I'll just go Kansas.
I had Kansas beating Auburn.
It's the craziest thing. So it's so crazy how from one part of the bracket you feel one way, but the very next you're like, yeah. I mean, because I would have Auburn here over Seton Hall, of course. But then you say, how are you going to put them there if they get over that team? Kansas beating Auburn. They just, yeah. That's hard. It's so crazy because all these big blue bloods came out so weak, and then it's all turned up.
Kansas also gets the benefit of being a powerhouse school that gets to play against some of the better teams in the country, while other schools just have to be the best and continue to want to be better than themselves and not just the poor people they get to play. So Kansas definitely has a better pedigree and a bigger advantage, but that doesn't always mean they have the most heart in the game.
No.
We've seen Kansas not have the heart to go through with their talent.
So you don't think a hungry Auburn would come in here and beat Kansas while they're asleep?
Nope.
Didn't get that vibe. Not what I was feeling. Not even a little bit.
Not even a little.
All right. So we're doing this bracket together, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Michigan State.
Can I even?
Nah.
Let's do this bracket together, right?
Yeah.
All right. Luckily, I have Michigan State here, man. Marvin Bagley. You think Marvin Bagley going out like that?
Yep.
All right. So what? You have Kansas beat Michigan State too?
Nope.
All right.
I think I only had Villanova making it as a number one. Yeah.
All right. We have our final four. We have our final four.
Bum, bum,
A
bum.
1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. Well, would you look at that? Would you look at it? Would you just look at it?
Look at it.
All I'm saying is look at it.
Just look at it.
You gotta look at it. All right. So the number 1 seed out of the East, Villanova. Would you look at that? All right. So we got Villanova versus Michigan State, and then you got Arizona versus UNC. All right. Give me your feels on Michigan State, Villanova.
So
be a little better than
So the coaching between these two teams is phenomenal. And what I really love about it is that Villanova continues to keep people in their program so that they can develop them. Not all these are one and dones. These are kids that have been through it, have seen the tournament, and been there, and understand what it takes to win one. And that's based off of some solid coaching. But on the other hand, there's Izzo. He's one of the best coaches. I mean, he's not one of the best championship-winning coaches of all time. He's won one, I believe. But he's been there a lot. And he certainly knows what it takes to get there. And this season has been turbulent with that doctor scandal. And I don't know why they had to get him really involved in all of it. But public figure in Michigan State, you're going to be asked. I think, though, that they, with Miles Bridges, have the advantage because they have Miles Bridges.
Yeah, I think this is one of those areas where you don't throw out experience because you can never speak too much about it. But when you get to these situations, to me, it's one of those things where when a team gets this far, the experience don't even matter so much because you're playing the here and now. This is what are you showing me now that I don't know to have gotten to this point as well? Right now we're out here, we're just playing basketball, and the product that Izzo puts on the floor in Michigan State and these guys like Miles Bridges and Jalen Jackson, they're going to be really hard to stop. I mean, and this is going to be one of those back and forth, beat it out battle games. But I think Michigan State is going to pull it out. I think it'll be Michigan State going out.
Yeah, me too. Michigan State makes it to the finals.
What do you guys think out there? Michigan State? Am I right? Am I wrong? I'm right, but I mean, however you feel.
Here's where we're probably going to differ.
Yeah.
I'm UNC.
And I'm Arizona. Not Arizona. To me, UNC has a great guard, one of the best in the nation in Joel Berry. They have a hidden gem in Theo Pinson. That kid from he's a point forward all the way. Like this kid sees the floor better than most people, probably better than Joel Berry at the small forward position. He's a slasher. He can find the open man. He passes very well. Thanks, man. Take it easy. But I think that's all they have. I think Arizona's going to be too much for him. DeAndre Ayton is he can't do it all, but he's been able to do it all. You're talking about a product. He's huge, and the way these skills come out
over UNC as opposed to what Arizona's used to, and I don't think that anyone has established a very winning kind of mentality there. I think
Arizona.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a team that's gotten to where they've gotten every single year.
They've also versed no real talent. And the one that apparently they did, they lost.
Yeah, but there's been something this season about West basketball. Like, I don't know what it's been, but out there they've been turning up. And I don't know if it's the hype about this kid. That's a hard one. It's a hard one. All right. Rock, paper, scissors.
Sure.
Do or die.
Do or die?
Do or die. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ready?
Yep.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I almost went rock again. All right.
I almost went scissors.
Welcome to the finals, Arizona.
Yeah, about it. Now I'm really comfortable because they've always ended up exactly right here in all three of my brackets. And by three, I mean one I just kind of did.
All right, well, tell me what you got here, because this is the first time I've looked at this matchup in my mind.
I mean, this is going to be a high offensive scoring game, if you ask me. It's a back and forth game. This would be the one that kind of scares me. If you think about who was the game we had where I think it was Butler and somebody else where they went to the national championship and it was brick after brick after brick, and it was two of those like really good offenses. It has that feel to me, like where they're either going to come out, they're going to go back and forth, high scoring, high octane, or they're going to come out and it's going to be a sloppy slugfest. I think though that Michigan State would overpower Arizona in this situation. But it could as easily come down to a play that made Villanova champions. So, I don't know. That's a rough one.
If I throw out the score 90-87.
I think that's really high scoring.
You think so?
Uh-huh. I know what I said, but even for college, I think that's really high scoring.
Well, yeah, considering the average score is like 70 points.
I would say something like 86, 82.
Yeah. I'm just saying because they got to turn up for this game.
Right.
86-82. All right.
I feel like I would give it to Michigan State.
Yeah, because of Miles, right? He's just so much more clutch.
But if their bigs can't handle DeAndre Ayton, and your only opportunity is to get him into foul trouble, which he's really good at staying out of, it's not going to be enough. Like, if the mismatch is that much of a mismatch, that's the hard part about making the choice.
So you think there's a better mismatch in the favor of Arizona with the big men against Ayton as opposed to the advantage between Miles Bridges and the guards of Arizona?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
And I remember that advantage also includes Miles Bridges' threes, while Ayton is...
Yeah, but I mean, if Arizona also has a guy in Alonzo Trier who, if he turns it on, if he gets it going, he's hitting from anywhere. I mean, this is something you're watching a guy come out mid-range, corner threes, take it to the basket, and will drop 20, 22 on you without you even being prepared to know he was about it.
Oh.
All right, so but you're pro Michigan State, right?
Yeah.
I'll go with you only because I figured that score. Arizona has the tools in every way to make this possible for them to take it all. But this was more about a gut feel, to be honest.
And Izzo outcoaches this guy any day.
So
get what you pay for.
Michigan State wins it all in our bracket, 86-82. Interesting.
And that was that.
And that's
after
how
hours. The only time you'll ever get it.
Yeah, right?
The 1 2-hour show we've ever done.
It was wonderful. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thanks for those who were with us. Come back and watch this bracket if you need. And like us on Facebook and Twitter. Go listen to our show. It airs live on WBLZ Sports tomorrow at 7. YouTube will be up. SoundCloud will be up. iTunes will be up. And we'll stay up. So thanks, y'all, for chilling. 4th&20sports. Hit the like, hit the share. I have been AJ.
I'm Max. Watch Jumanji.
Peace?
Yeah, peace.